Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Pow Wow Life, the official podcast of PowWows.com. This is Pow Wow Life episode 14 for September 8th, 2016. I'm your host, Paul Gowder from PowWows.com, and looks like we already got a great audience online, and we have a really cool guest I'm anxious for you all to hear from tonight. A couple of announcements before we get there. If you have any questions or want to see anything we talk about tonight, make sure you go to our show notes. You can go to www.PowWows.com/PowWowLife14, and we'll have all the links and everything we talk about there. So you can go there after the show and listen or check out the pictures and things we'll talk about. Also, we are working on an update for PowWows.com. This year is our 20th year with the website. It's pretty crazy. We've had a lot of designs over the years. PowWows.com has evolved quite a bit thanks to all of you out there. And so now we're working on a new design, but we need to hear from you. We need your input to tell us what's the most important things. What are you looking for? What do you come to PowWows.com for? So please go to the show notes and take our survey. We'll have the links there. www.PowWows.com/PowWowLife14. All right, a couple of things. If you enjoy the show, make sure you share it with a friend. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, and we're now in Google Play also. So I think that's all of the announcements. So let me tell you about our special guest tonight. We have somebody coming all the way 6 time zones or 6 hours away. I don't know how many time zones that is. He's coming all the way to us from the island of Kauai in Hawaii, and there's actually powwows in Hawaii. If you weren't aware, there's powwows everywhere, and of course that we even have them in Hawaii. So I'm really excited for you all to meet and talk to tonight. Kaplan Bunce, how are you this evening, sir?
Hello, how are you? Greetings, everybody.
Aloha. Appreciate you coming on. Yeah. It's awesome. We got quite a bit of people watching already, and reminder for everybody who's watching as we get started with our guest. If you have questions or comments, please post them in the comments where I'm watching, and I'll be able to pass along your questions or anything you want to say to our guest. All right, so again, thanks for coming on, man. This is really cool. I guess to get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are and how you got to Hawaii?
Well, my name's Kaplan Bunce. My mother is Linda Cisneros, and my dad is Paul Bunce. I was born in Washington State. I was born and raised there, and I came to Kauai really for a better opportunity at life and just a better lifestyle. I'm a carpenter, and those long, cold, wet winters over there in Washington were really getting to me. And working outside in the freezing rain and everything was really a drag. And so I had an opportunity to move out here, and I found a job and a place to live. And my family and I, we moved out here almost 10 years ago. And it's been really good in a lot of different ways. I mean, the weather's beautiful. I surf, and the ocean is warm and inviting, and there's really good waves out here. And it's really different than on the mainland where I was raised. Like our kids can ride their bikes down the streets. It's safe. We have a lot of support out here from our friends and our Hanai families out here that we've made, and it's been a really, really awesome experience. And it's been great. It's been great to connect with the Hawaiian people out here, the Kanaka Maoli, whose land we're on, and see how they are with their culture, how proud they are with their culture. Really helped me with my journey and connecting with my culture more. So there's a lot of similarities between our two groups, and a lot of unity there. And yeah, it's been an amazing experience out here. I have 2 young daughters, Violet and Clover. They're 9 and 11, and they live the life, man. Their biggest complaint is, which beach are we going to?
That is awesome. That is fantastic. Great place to raise a family.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate enough back, it's been a long time, but I was fortunate to go out there and spend a week on Oahu, and we stayed with a friend who got transferred out there for a year. And we actually went to a powwow there in downtown Honolulu. Yeah. It is an amazing place. You talk about the weather and the waves. Man, just to be able to walk around and it's it's like late summer, early fall here in South Carolina, but it's like that all the time there. It was fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome. And so I wanted you to come on because I think it's on lots of people's bucket list to go to a powwow in Hawaii. I mean, or just to go to Hawaii at all. And if we're going to go, we might as well go for a powwow, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, we've talked before. I know like I said, I've been to the one in Oahu, and you guys have one. So you guys are starting a little powwow trail out there. Tell us about what's going on with the powwows out there.
Well, there's 3 amazing powwows out here, and our powwow trail starts on the Big Island, Hawaii. It's the largest island in our chain, and they have a great powwow there in Hilo. And I don't know how old it is, but it's solid. It's really good fun, really good vibe out there. And then the next weekend is our powwow. We're always the last weekend of September. And then the next powwow is the Honolulu Intertribal Powwow, that one that you went to there. And we always have a blast out there. Everybody's so cool and really welcoming and really friendly out there. And plus it's after our powwow, so we can kind of go there and just relax. We help out, and I'll sit on the drum and sing with my brothers and everything, and just kind of have a good time. So it's always a good time to just like powwow in Hawaii,
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm putting up a flyer of your event. So tell us a little bit about your powwow. It's coming up soon.
Yeah, our powwow is September 23rd through the 25th this year. The Kauai Pow Wow Council, we're an educational outreach group. So we do educational outreach in schools throughout the year, and we also offer an event at our powwow grounds before we begin our powwow. That's really for the kids there, where we teach them about powwow history, powwow regalia, different dance styles, songs. But the foundation of the whole thing is teaching our native value systems and how we honor our elders, how we honor our women, how we live with courage, with honesty and integrity. And what we're trying to do there is reinforce those values that they're getting from the home with a native twist to it. And so we're kind of like that extra auntie or uncle that's easier to listen to than your parents. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it. The kids are great out here. It's a really small community. And so it's the kind of place where if you do something naughty on the way home, your parents are going to know before you get home. And so the kids are very respectful out here, and we have a lot of fun with it. And the kids are able to see that our culture has a lot of similarities to the Hawaiian culture too. And so they really like it, and we have a great time with it. And then of course we have a 3-day powwow, and some of the things that make our powwow special, or some of the things we do just a little bit differently out here. For instance, we didn't feel right about profiting off of bottled water sales at our events. And so a lot of us, we were brought onto this council, we were brand new, and they wanted us to come with our ideas and our new vision. And one of those things was we wanted to supply clean, filtered drinking water to our public for free and get rid of the bottled water sales. We didn't feel right about profiting off of it. And then we didn't like the fact that even if you recycle it, it still takes energy to recycle that plastic. And so we got rid of it. And with the generous support of some of our local community members here, we were able to purchase our own water filtration system, which allows us to, give free water to our public. And it really changed the vibe of our powwow. People are staying longer, enjoying more, and we feel really good about that. This is going to be our 3rd year that we've done this. Also, our food booth, we're working to decolonize the menu as much as we can. So we're offering foods on there that are, come from the Americas, and featuring those items and making it more healthier. That food booth is also mostly organic. And so I don't know if there's many other powwows out there that are doing that, but I eat organic at my home, and I was kind of in the feeling of, well, if I'm going to feed my guests organic food at my house, why would that change with our guests at our powwow? And so we did it, and it cost us a little bit more up front, but we feel good about it. And we're able to offer that to our public here. They're able to see that we're wanting to do these things differently. One other thing that we do here is we work with a group here on Kauai called Zero Waste Kauai. And basically, instead of just taking all of our garbage and taking it to the Kekaha landfill out here, and I know many of you don't know this, but Our dump here is on one of the most beautiful beaches in Hawaii. It's actually the longest white sand beach in Hawaii, out here on our west side, in an area called Mana. And I don't know why they did this, but they put the dump is like literally right on the beach. And so as Native people, we feel like we need to do our part to divert as much waste away from there as possible. And so instead of just having, say, a rubbish bin and a recycle bin, we actually have a compost bin as well. And so that way all food scraps and everything can be turned into compost up at a farm that we work with on the North Shore here. And all of our paper goods, all of our spoons, cups, everything that we give away out of our food booth, they're all compostable. And we feel really good about that, offering that and doing our part as much as possible. And we collaborate with the youth around here, and they're actually man each station, zero waste stations they're called.
That's
and they
really
make
cool
sure that all the rubbish gets diverted properly, or else it just turns into a big mess. And yeah. Other than that, we really try to keep our powwow as traditionally tight as possible. And we feel really good about that. And we lean on our staff heavily that come out here each year to help us to keep that in its form. You know, we want to make sure that we're true to what a powwow is, you know. And so we feel awesome about that. And we've had a lot of success with it, and we're having a blast doing it. I mean, this is really a joy for us to do. It's a joy for us to serve our community in this way. And those of us on this council, we have a lot of fun on our phone calls and everything. And so I think that shines through the powwow itself. And everybody that comes out, we try to have a good time and keep the vibe high and, you know, stress-free. And we don't like drama. We like unity. And try to stay out of the politics, huh?
It'll follow you everywhere, right? It's really cool that you talk about the water, and what you guys are doing with the bottled water is amazing. I think more people are starting to focus on how important water is. There's lots of people posting in the comments, water is life. You know, we hear about it with what's going on up there at Standing Rock.
Exactly.
And it's important no matter where we are. Water is important, and it's cool to hear you guys doing that. I hope that's something that more powwows will hear about and really start spreading that. It's amazing. I saw several comments come by, people adding a powwow in Hawaii on their bucket list, and got some other questions that people didn't know that there were actually natives in Hawaii. And another question: is there one on Maui?
You know what? There isn't one on Maui currently, but I just received a phone call from a man that would love to get one going over there. And so we'll see how it goes. He's going to come to our powwow this year, and we're going to discuss it. I would love to see one get going over there, because there's a lot of natives over there too. And if we could get a powwow going over there, I'd be really stoked on that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just
to get around and everything, yeah. And before we stray away too much from the Standing Rock subject, I just wanted to let everybody know out there that the Kauai Pow Wow Council stands with the protectors out there. And we're sending up those blessings, those prayers. We're throwing down that cedar for you guys. And we're really proud of everybody out there. And as soon as our powwow season's over, I'm looking forward to joining those protectors out there and doing all I can to support the effort to protect the water and to participate in, you know, a really historic event and lend a hand the best way that I can. So we're really proud of that. And the Kauai Pow Wow Council stands with all those protectors. Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's been amazing to see everyone around Indian country come together, put any kind of differences aside, and really stand behind the people up there. In fact, we posted, if anybody wants to go look, on PowWows.com today, we posted a list that has been compiled on the internet of 10 ways that you can get involved with helping the people up there. So everybody go take a look at that. If you can write letters, if you can donate, or if you can go up there with them and help out. But there's lots of ways to help. Everybody can get involved.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to note that, you know, this issue is also an important time for us all to reflect on how we all use water every day in our lives. Because I think we can all do a little bit better at that. You know, we're still going to go, you know, use the restroom, and that takes water. And, you know, there's all kinds of ways that we can make small impacts on our own. Even if you can't get there, even if you can't donate, just conserving and honoring that water is a good way to start if you can't, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
And it just had to switch up for a second, Patricia just posted she has a son who lives in Maui and is a singer. So, Patricia, if you would, send me an email with his information. I'll make sure I get it over.
Yeah, we'd love to have him out here.
Yeah.
And for our guests that are coming out, we have special lodging accommodations as well. We've partnered with another nonprofit organization here in Hawaii called Kumu Camp, and it's on Hawaiian lands actually. And they have a series of, I guess it's kind of like camping, but it's really nice camping, where they have a bunch of yurts on decks, and we all stay there, and we can drum all night if we want and have plenty of fun. And it's right on the beach, and they're offering us a discounted rate. And you can check that out at anahola.beachretreats.org. And it's a beautiful site, and all of us are staying out there, and the more the merrier, of course. Yeah, send your son out there, Patricia.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool. And I've got your Instagram up just so I want to show a couple of these screens, because you don't understand how pretty and beautiful Hawaii is until you see some of these photos. Showing one photo here. This is a picture, an overhead picture of your powwow grounds.
Yeah,
and you're on the beach. This powwow is literally on the beach.
Yeah, we are proud to be the powwow in paradise, the one and only, right here on Kauai. And that's really our slogan. That's our trademark. That we come out here, and it's more than just the powwow. It's just the whole island experience itself. I would say Kauai is a good place for healing, and for kind of mending yourself. Just the air out here, things grow better out here. Your nails will get longer, your hair will get longer, just because it's so good for life. And me myself too, I went through I had a rough childhood, like many of our folks out there, and I was able to come out here and reconcile a lot of those things, and really connect with a lot of Native people out here. And after you're done healing, of course, after that you can thrive. And that's what I can say I'm doing now, is I'm really thriving, and it's been a really awesome experience being out here. Yeah.
And you're talking about somebody had the question about are there natives in Hawaii, and I know I was surprised when I went to spent the time on Oahu, but what they told me there, and I don't know if it's true on your island, but Oahu has every branch of the military has a base there. And so a lot of Native people are in the military and come out there. So they told me, they were telling me that their powwow committee changes a lot over the years, but then they have people that settle in and will settle in Hawaii and stay there. Is that how most of the natives on your island are getting out there, or are you seeing more like you that are moving?
I don't know many of the military guys that are out here. I know there are a few, but most of the guys that I cruise with or hang with, we call it cruise. A lot of the guys I cruise with, the native guys, were surfers, and I think a lot of us were drawn because of the waves. And there's actually a solid pack of us that surf together. My friend Timothy Madden is out here with his family, and he's a Tlingit Shimshian, and the guy he charges. He's a real ripper, and he holds our sweat lodge out here for us too a lot of the times, and he's really dedicated to the prayer too. It's always good to be out there in the water with him and some of our other guys out there. Yeah, it's pretty fun. We have a pretty good life.
Yeah, I think everybody on watching now is a little jealous. And I'm showing another picture now of you and another person standing. It looks like right on the shore there. It's really cool to look at your Instagram feed and see, the powwow pictures. It's if people want to look at it, it looks like a powwow anywhere else, but you're on the beach.
Yeah. So that picture was taken at our protocols this year, or in 2015. And just as Native people should anywhere, whenever we're somewhere else, we honor the people of that land first. And that man there his name's Donovan Kabibi. And he's a Hawaiian cultural practitioner and also a really good friend of mine too. And I really love the man. He's a good family man. He's always up and up in the community and doing all he can for Hawaiian sovereignty and, protecting the rights of Hawaiians. A very honorable person. And so When I came on board, I wanted to make sure that we were doing our best to honor these people here that were here before us, that are hosting us. And so Donovan and I, we were really discussing, like, how would this interaction have taken place historically? What is something that we can make that our ancestors would be able to recognize from afar? And so, you know, it's becoming more well known now that Native people were indeed traveling to these islands, you know, before Columbus was ever around, before these other ships were around. And so if Native people were coming here, how would they get here? Probably hosted by the Kanaka Maolis on their vessels versus us paddling across 2,500 miles. I don't know that we were doing that or had those capabilities, but the Kanaka Maoli, the Polynesian people, they definitely had those capabilities. And so our initial vision was to come in on a boat, actually to paddle up shore and arrive by vessel and go through protocols that way, where we can offer, you know, our things and honor and permission to even be there. And we wanted to offer them, you know, medicines, songs, dances, and food, you know, and make a protocol like that, or something, you know, pure. And the weather didn't permit us to take the boat. We had to cancel last minute. So instead, we just met at the beach there and began our offering that way. And they did a haka for us. And I don't know if you're familiar, but it was a lot of mana there, a lot of power there. And it came from them, and it looks like they're about to eat your face off, maybe. But it's a friendly interaction, and it was really beautiful, and it really set the tone for the rest of the powwow weekend. And we're really proud of that. We're really proud to honor the people of this land first, the Kanaka Maoli. The people of Kauai are very unique in that they were not conquered by King Kamehameha, who made his campaign from the Big Island and ended up conquering all the islands except this island here. The story that I was told is that King Kamehameha came with 7,000 vessels and left with 70. That tells you a little bit about the warriors that were here, men and women, that were protecting their land here. And the Kauaian people, they're very proud of that. And you'll see bumper stickers around that say "Unconquered," and yeah, so they're unique out here, and very, very beautiful people, very inviting, very warm. You definitely wouldn't want to cross them, but my experience has been nothing but welcoming. And you know, it's interesting meeting new Hawaiian people, and they're kind of looking at me like, "Hey, bro, what is you? Like, you look different. You look like us, but not like us. So what's the deal?" And a lot of people assume I'm Hawaiian until I start speaking, because, you know, there's like a thick accent out here called Pidgin, and, you know, I don't speak like that. I didn't grow up like that. And so yeah, people are quickly like, "Well, what is your deal? Where are you from?" And, you know, I tell them I'm Apache. My tribe is from the Southwest, and they find a lot of unity in that. And I've had nothing but a positive experience out here. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really great to hear that the cultures are coming together with the powwows. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so for everybody out there that's posting here in the comments that they want to make a trip, what are some things, you know, you got any tips for how people can get out there? Any ways to save some money? I know travel is probably the biggest hurdle of getting out there.
Yeah. Travel is the airline tickets. It's just something we've tried to get sponsorship from some airlines, but we haven't had much luck with it yet. We're still going to continue that effort. The airline ticket is like the hardest part, and I think it's almost a good thing, because to get out here, you really got to want it, and you got to want to save. And the reward out here it's beyond monetary value. It'll change your life coming out here in a good way. And you know, once you get that airline ticket, come out here. We'll do our best to take care of you, especially if you want to volunteer, if you want to help. Like I said, we have those the discounted lodging at our sponsored lodging place. It's Kumu Camp out there, anaholabbeachretreat.org. If you want to check that out. Currently, they're offering our guests a special discounted rate at $10 per night per person for the lodging, and that's like unheard of. You're never ever going to get a better deal than that. So the best opportunity to come out here for your pocketbook and everything is going to be to come for the powwow, come experience it. You can eat out of our food booth all weekend, not for free, but we'll fill you up, for a really good price. We try to keep our prices, even though it's organic, we keep it low because we're thinking of those families that want to come there and feed their families, and we want to make it affordable for them. Yeah, and it's also a free event, and we don't charge for anything. All of our keiki outreach is free. We have I'm sorry, I need to back up. Keiki is what we call our youth out here. They call it keiki. And so for the children, for the keiki, we have a activity booth too, where they can do all kinds of crafts and have a lot of fun stuff there. And as far as fundraising, good old fashioned bake sale, car washes, whatever you can do to save that money and just, back it away. And even if you can't make it out this year for 2016, 2017 is just around the corner. You know how fast a year can go. We all know. And so just start saving now and keep in communication with us, and we'll do everything we can to make your stay a good one. Another website that we use for car rental is Discount Car Rental Hawaii. And man, the rates on there are really, really good. Cheaper than you're going to find anywhere. So if you do need to rent a vehicle, that's a good avenue to start with right there. And it's hard, but it's valuable. So get out, but you'll love it.
And if we're coming to your powwow, where do we fly into? Where would people need to look?
Yeah, the airport for us is Lahui, and the code for it is LIH.
All right, LIH. Okay.
Little tiny airport, man. Really small.
Most flights go into Honolulu first?
Yeah, most flights do, but there are direct flights, I think, from Phoenix, from Seattle, and San Francisco, possibly Los Angeles as well.
Okay. All right, great. All right, so you heard it. Take a look for those flights. And
Hawaiian Airlines, Alaskan Airlines are both good airlines to fly out here, and they do a lot of flights out here.
All right, so we get out there. We're not going to spend just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're going to go to Hawaii, you got to stay for a few more days.
Yeah, come to our beaches. The North Shore is beautiful. The West Side that's my favorite spot out here, is the West Side of Kauai. If you can Google Polihale, it's Polihale. Google that, everybody. It's my magical place. It's really beautiful. It's at the end of the road on the far west side, and that's where I go to pray. It's where I go to surf. It's where I go to camp. It's really a beautiful place, and it's a sacred area also for the Hawaiian people, and I really enjoy myself out there. Yeah,
cool. And if you time it right, guys, you go out there. Go out there for 2 weekends, catch 2 powwows, right? Yeah, there you go. And make a whole maybe 10 days of it. That would be awesome.
Yeah, the Powwow Trail.
There you go. Cool. This was awesome. I really appreciate you coming on and telling everybody about this. I think it's something. Not everybody's known that there are powwows out there, and even though those that have heard about it, I don't think have ever thought about. Is it something I could really do? Or and I get a lot of questions when I tell people I've been to a powwow in Hawaii. They're like, "Is it a real powwow? Are there really natives out there? Is somebody just putting on a show?" And it really is. So it's great to hear from you and get the word firsthand. I really appreciate it. Anything else you want to tell everybody about what's going on out there?
No, just please come out, please enjoy, and when you do come out, come from a place of respect, and you'll do fine out here. I mean, that's really all I could really say is, people that come out here and sort of push their way around or whatever, they have a harder time. If you just come out here and take it for what it is, I mean, it is a bit behind. There is not much of a nightlife here, and it's a very beautiful place, a very spiritual place. And it deserves to be respected. So that's all we ask, is if you come with that in your heart, and we're more than welcome to have anybody out here, And like I said, we don't like the drama. We don't like the politics. We like unity, and that's what we're all about. We're all about that unity and having a really good time. The only other part that I think I failed to mention was on Friday night before our powwow and after our protocols, we do have an international cultural exchange, which we host out here, where we invite all cultures, from this island that are here on this island to come and give a cultural demonstration, a song, a dance, a poem, whatever. And I think we're the only ones out here doing this, to where, we like all cultures to be respected. All cultures have a certain beauty to them, and we make that space to where we can have that, where we can share and everything can be appreciated. And that's a really good time for us. And yeah, it's definitely worth seeing. So if you can make it out for that Friday night event, it's something to behold. We have taiko drummers, we have Polynesian dancing, fire knife, and other displays of culture from around this island. We're really working on getting a Filipino folk troupe out here too. You know, there's a huge Filipino population out here, and it's a really diverse place, and we want to respect all cultures here in one place, and that's what we do at the Kauai Pow Wow Council.
That's pretty awesome. Powwows are a gathering of cultures, and so bringing in Hawaii is a big mixing of lots of different cultures.
Yeah, it is.
So that's really cool to hear that you guys are doing that. Couple more questions actually came in. I think some people started listening late and they didn't hear everything. So before we leave, just so everybody hears, tell us when it is, and give us all the pertinent information about your powwow again.
Okay, our powwow is September 23rd through the 25th at the Kapaa Beach Park in beautiful Kapaa. It's on our east side. Yeah, come on out. It's going to be awesome. Organic food booth, really yummy. Our fry bread's going to be better this year, everybody, I promise. Yeah. And what else? We have free drinking water for our public. We're a zero waste event. So, we do our best to compost and recycle everything that we can. We do educational outreach here on the island. Our powwow is the bomb, the powwow in paradise. Yeah.
Cool. Do you serve your fire bread with Spam?
We don't have Spam. Good idea, though. I really like that. People don't understand how big Spam is out here.
It's
but
huge. I couldn't believe it. We went into McDonald's and it was like there was a combo with Spam. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man, sometimes the end aisle displays in the stores are just nothing but Spam. You're just like, wow. They bring it in by the time out here. Yeah.
Awesome.
But we have really amazing poke, and if you don't know what that is, it's a raw fish dish. I mean, some of our fish markets here on island are really, really amazing. We have a lot of good local businesses out here that have really unique blends of foods, and the whole Hawaii experience as a whole is just something really to see. Yeah, put it on your bucket list. Come on out here and have a great time and powwow with us. Yeah.
Cool. Again, thanks so much. This was awesome.
Thank you, Paul. You're the man.
Oh, thank you. And I'm hoping to make it out there maybe next year. We'll see. We're booked this year, but we're hoping to put it on the list for next year.
Yeah, thank you so much, Paul. We're honored to be a part of this, and this is a huge opportunity for us. So, aloha to you. I send my best and my blessed too. So, have a great day, everybody.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you all tuning in and giving us support for tonight. And I hope you make it out there. Put it on your list.
Yeah.
It's definitely affordable. You can do it. Save up, like he said. So again, we'll put all the links that he mentioned in our show notes. Go to www.PowWows.com/PowWowLife14. If you enjoy the show and want to support PowWows.com, please head over to www.PowWowNation.com. Join our Pow Wow Nation and help support this and other content we are providing to you. But I thank you, everybody, and look for another show next week. We'll see you down the trail. Good night, everybody.
Aloha.